Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. All right, we have a letter, an email that came to me from down under Australia. It says here, "Hi Don, Ken, your instructor here in Queensland, Australia." That's Ken McKay. You can find him on the Swing Surgeon site under instructors. He's telling us he's going to write about a little story he had with a student that showed up to him for a lesson. I was finishing off a lesson the other day, and someone was walking past, remarking how short my swing was. I guess he was practicing himself. After demonstrating why it was 3/4, he said, "Hey, you look like that Trahan guy." End of quotes. What a compliment. He was having trouble with his bump, and that was no shoulder turn and not getting into a preloaded right. He was taking the club outside the aiming line and getting a reverse tilt happening. Reverse tilt, one of the biggest problems in golf. Reverse tilt means that you take the club very likely outside, or you suck it inside too much. You can suck it inside, and what happens is your left shoulder, and then throw in too much knee kick. All we want is to need to move about 1 inch. You kick it any more over that, what happens? That's just like somebody coming behind you. Remember in school line, somebody comes behind you and they take their knee and they hit you right there and you go like that. Your knee collapses. Reverse tilt. All your weight's going this way. In other words, when you make a good backswing from here and then start your bump going down, you see the bow? That's like a bow and arrow, right? When I string a bow and arrow, I pull it, I take the string and I put it up here and I put it on there. The bow becomes bowed. All right. Now when you put the arrow on there and you stop pulling the arrow back with the string, what happens? The bow bows more. Well, in the backswing, we want to be already pre-bowed a little to the right because we're preloaded heavy right, and we want to get up here and so when we bump, we got more bow. That's what drops the hands down, then I can swing through. But if you're going this way, you got a reverse bow. You're bowed that way. All right? So what's going to happen? You go left, you go right. Here, we're already right. We're lifting and staying right, and then we go left. All right? So that's how folks get in trouble. And the worst thing about all that reverse tilt is, boy, that can put a lot of stress with all that across your lower back and up and that's where the most people hurt, in the lower back. So there was no lifting the club until he finished getting into the reverse tilt position. Correct. Why? Because you're going from here. Now you start lifting, and that can even start pushing your weight more forward towards your front foot and having even bigger back balance problems, where now you got to stop pulling out of the shot even sooner. I suggested he get the feel of lifting at the same time he rotated his shoulders to reach the catcher's mitt, and bingo, no more reverse tilt. Preloading right still needs work. Another PPGS student in Australia. Cheers for now, and keep up the good work spreading the PPGS message. Right? So the key is you get in here and you get preloaded right, and then you start immediately lifting the club up. The squares all kind of turn together a little bit, but the key is to wide knees out with pressure. We don't want the knees ever going crazy like this, because if that happens, all you're going to do is you're going to just be rocking back and forth. The ball's going to be moving, and who knows what's going to happen. The only way you can hit good golf shots is you have to keep your spine straight. You got to be behind the ball. It's like reaching back to throw a ball, reaching back to hit a tennis ball. You have to be behind it to get the power. So we start a little preloaded heavy right. You should be able to move move your top of your spine about 1 inch, lift your left foot up, your front foot. You're in there, you stay there, you swing to the finish, and even with a little swing like that, you could hit an acceleration with the swoosh. Preloaded heavy right is the ultimate secret to making a good turn, but it all depends on the knees. Remember, the knees are the bees. Move them too much and you're going to get stung. All right? Wide knees out with pressure, just enough to keep them stable. Preloaded heavy right. And swing up to that T finish, recoil and relax at the target. And you'll be hitting it much more consistently, solid and straight. And playing the golf you know you're capable of playing. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.